What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Offside Shenanigans. Today we'll be going over our predictions for the Super Bowl this weekend, and we'll go over a top 10 of Super Bowl teams all time. To get started, we'll go with the top 10. I did not make a list. Well, I tried making a list. It did not work out. I'm not old enough, and I don't know enough about prior Super Bowls. So we're just going to go based off Uncle David's thoughts because he's been around a lot longer than me, and he's been watching football a lot longer than me.
Is that an old joke?
Yeah.
Dang. That's cold, man. That's cold.
It'll be all right.
It's okay. I am old. That doesn't mean my list is going to be right, though.
Oh, probably not. I don't think it'll ever be
Probably
right.
not. Is that what you said?
Yeah.
What the hell?
If it makes you feel any better, mine definitely wasn't right.
I mean, I don't necessarily disagree with that. but I still think you should share it.
I might throw in a couple that I thought
All right.
maybe honorable mentions.
So my number 10, I went back and forth. Like, I was pretty good with my first 9, and I went back and forth on this one between two teams to beat the Bills out of the 4 times that they got beat 4 in a row. 92 and 93 was the two that I was going back and forth between the season, not the year that the Super Bowl was. Most of the time when I'm talking about the year, it's the season. I had the 92 Cowboys and the 93 Redskins, both beating the Bills. The Redskins went 14-2 that year, but they did not win by as much, and so I ended up penalizing them for that. The Cowboys, 13-3, beat the Bills 52-17, just drubbed them. And a lot of people thought that the Bills were going to win this game. This was after the Cowboys. It was their first time back to the Super Bowl after they had just been dreadful. Jimmy Johnson led them, along with Troy Aikman. I mean, it was an amazing team. It was the first triplets that people really started talking about with Emmitt Smith, Michael Irvin. They had an awesome offensive line, and they had a pretty darn good defense. But Super Bowl 27, 1992, Dallas Cowboys beat the Buffalo Bills 52-17. That was my number 10 Super Bowl team. Number 9 on the list was the 2024 Philadelphia Eagles, who absolutely killed the Kansas City Chiefs. And the final score did not do that game justice. The final score ended up being 40-22 when the Eagles had stopped trying, completely stopped because they didn't need to, and the Chiefs tried to make themselves feel better. They scored
with some garbage.
I think they scored like 17 points. Well, maybe not 17. They scored a good amount there. I think 14 at least in the that last quarter, didn't they?
I think so, yeah.
In like the last half of the quarter.
It was all garbage time points.
Yeah. I mean, like, the Eagles killed them.
Yeah.
And they absolutely dominated the season.
Mm-hmm.
They went 14-3, then won 3 games in the playoffs. Like, and it was a really good team.
Yeah.
That also didn't try for anything at the end and lost at least one game at the end of the season that they probably wouldn't have lost if they had tried.
Yeah.
So, just an amazing team. 9th on my list. What do you think about that? You think I got it too low, too high?
I don't know. I think I would have had them a little bit higher just because
go ahead.
The fact that, I mean, like I said a little bit ago, no other Super Bowl winner had a top 10 quarterback with at the same time as having 2 top 20 receivers, a 2,000-yard rusher, and the second ranking defense in the league.
Yeah.
I think that would put them a little bit higher, but that's just me.
So I thought about putting them higher, and I worried about having recency bias.
Yeah.
And I tried to guard against that, and I think I guarded too much against that.
Mm.
But I think, and when you look at the record, 14-3, having those 3 losses just stuck out me a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Even if they had been 15-2, I that would have made me feel better about putting them higher.
Yeah.
But like I don't necessarily disagree. In fact, I think that the team or the next 2, I think I could make a strong argument that they should be above them. But in number 8 was the 1998 Denver Broncos, who won against the Atlanta Falcons 34-19. They went 14-2 that season, and that was an awesome team. Terrell Davis, freaking amazing, absolutely amazing. Demaryius Thomas, absolutely amazing. Steve Atwater, an amazing safety, who just crushed players and was a tackling machine.
Mm.
And I haven't even talked about John Elway. That was a great team.
Yeah.
A lot of fun to watch
Hmm.
as a non-Bronco fan. Number 7 on the list was the 1989 San Francisco 49ers, who crushed John Elway and the Denver Broncos 55-10. I mean,
That's
crushed.
pretty bad.
Yeah. They crushed the Orange Crushers. They went 14-2 that year, Super Bowl 24. Just a great, great season, the 49ers. The 49ers, I think, are the only team I've got on here twice. Spoiler alert, they're on here again later on. Number 6 on the list was the 2016 New England Patriots. In Super Bowl 51, they went 14-2, beat the Atlanta Falcons in the best game, Super Bowl game ever, in my opinion.
Yeah.
When they came back down 28-3 and won 34-28. Biggest meltdown ever.
Oh yeah. I mean, that's insane. That they were able to do that and that the Falcons fell apart that bad.
Yep. Crazy.
And it still haunts them.
Yes, as it should. As it should. Number 5 on the list was the 1976 Oakland Raiders, who in Super Bowl 11 went 13-1 and crushed the Purple People Eaters of the Minnesota Vikings 32-14. John Madden, I think that was Madden's first Super Bowl. Yes, yeah, it was. John Madden was one hell of a coach, and he put his fingerprints all over that team.
Yeah.
Which is what you're supposed to do as a coach.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Number 4 on my list was Super Bowl 1. Peyton will love this one. The Green Bay Packers went 12-2, killed the Kansas City Chiefs in the first ever Super Bowl, 35-10 in 1966. To me, I know that they won Super Bowl 2 as well, but this was like that Packers team was one of the most dominant teams in history of football. I would say it goes up there with the 70s Steelers, the 2000 Patriots, all that. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like longevity of teams, not just in individual years. But that was like the last great dominant year that team had, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
And what better time than the very first Super Bowl?
Yeah.
So they were a great, very well coached team who did a lot of great things and culminated with the very first Super Bowl victory. And they'll always have that, the Packers.
Yeah.
Number 3 on my list was a 1984 San Francisco 49ers. They went 15-1, beat the Miami Dolphins in Dan Marino's only Super Bowl appearance, 38-16. Crushed them. It showed why you got to have a defense, at least a little bit of one.
Yeah.
And played well against, I mean, Dan Marino, I think one of the best quarterbacks ever. Doesn't get enough credit just because he didn't win a championship. I get it. But that dude never had a defense. There was never a good defense on that for his teams, ever. Like, that's not his fault.
Mm-hmm.
However, we're talking about the Niners. That was when, I mean, Jerry Rice was young. Joe Montana led them. Roger Craig. I mean, that was a great offense. The West Coast offense with Bill Walsh, one of the best inventions ever for football. And that dude fathered it.
Mm-hmm.
Number 2 on my list, the Chicago Bears, 1985 Super Bowl 20, killed the New England Patriots 46-10.
Massacred.
There's a common theme here with most of these games are far more than the one-score games. Only 2 of them were, and I haven't gotten to one of them yet. So the Bears really, I think, are, if you look just on paper and looking back and seeing like how many Hall of Famers, how many great players the team had, I think it's the second best roster ever, the 1985 Bears.
Yeah.
I would say the 2007 Patriots were the only better roster, top to bottom. And they're not even on this list because they screwed up and blew it and lost the Super Bowl.
Yeah. I think the quarterback position really hurt the Bears then. I mean, as it always has.
Yeah. I mean, Jim McMahon was a good quarterback. He was solid, but he was
It wasn't
not
anything special.
even somewhat the reason that they won this game.
No.
That was I don't know what defense was the best, the 85 Bears or the 2000 Ravens, but I would lean Bears, but slightly. Like, it's only slight. That
Mhm.
2000 Ravens defense was absolutely amazing. And the 2002 Buccaneers defense, I think, was probably right behind them.
Yeah.
I wish I had seen the 70s Steeler defense play, though. And I've seen, like, parts and stuff, but I didn't watch it the way I've watched some of these others.
Mhm.
That was a great defense too. That just was amazing and set the bar for these other defenses. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? But the 85 Bears with Walter Payton, then the craziest part to me was that he didn't score a touchdown here.
Yeah.
He scored 46 points and that man never got a touchdown.
And that's been, like,
I
the biggest
I
thing since.
I know Mike Ditka is revered, but that's coaching malpractice.
Yeah.
I
And
mean,
I think he's
there's no
accepted
excuse.
that.
He has, but there's still no excuse for that to
Yeah.
have happened. Like,
Mhm.
it is just blatant. What the hell did you do? Like, you know what I mean?
Mhm.
How does that happen? How do you score 46 points, let Refrigerator Perry score a touchdown, and not get one for Walter Payton?
Yeah.
Just crazy. One on the list. The only undefeated team ever to go from start to finish, never winning a game, going through the playoffs, and winning the Super Bowl. Miami Dolphins, 1972 in Super Bowl VII, 14-0, 17 total. Actually, I think it was 16. Beat the Redskins 14-7. Do I think it's probably the best roster? No, but they still went unblemished as a team, and we're talking about team, like how they were as a team, the best teams ever. And I looked at this like how they did in the regular season, how they dominated in the game itself, the Super Bowl game itself. And I know that they didn't necessarily dominate that game, but they dominated the season overall.
Mhm.
If the Patriots had pulled off and gone undefeated, they would be number one on this list. If the Bears had gone undefeated, and it's funny because the only team they lost to that year was the Miami Dolphins in 1985. I think that's hilarious. Uh, then the Bears, I think, would easily be number one on the list. I
Yeah.
would have, if the Bears and Patriots had both gone undefeated, I'm not sure who I would pick as a number one. I think I'd probably lean towards the Patriots, but it would be difficult.
Yeah.
That Bears defensive unit was just that good.
Yeah.
It made it not matter what the offense did.
Mhm.
I'm actually surprised that the Patriots scored 10 points.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Mhm. I mean,
2000 Ravens, how many points did they give up? They lost 34-7 or won 34-7. So they only gave up 7 in
yeah.
that 2000. So maybe they get the edge now. I'm just kidding. I really don't know who I'd give the edge to. It's just so those are the two best defenses bar none ever.
Yeah. Yeah.
But that's my list. Tell me what you think. Pick it apart. Leave some comments. Tell us what you guys think.
Yeah.
Who was the best Super Bowl team ever? And again, I'm looking at this from through the whole season and into the Super Bowl. To be clear, the Seahawks, unless they just absolutely like 60-point, 50-point win, I don't think the Seahawks belong on this list. However, I don't think they're terribly far off.
Like this year's Seahawks?
Yes. Yeah. I
Yeah.
mean, it's been a really good year, but it's not like they were the clear cut best team throughout the whole season.
Yeah.
You know what I
I
mean?
think that really caught on towards the end.
It did. It did. It became more clear in the second half of the season, but it certainly wasn't clear throughout the whole season. And I would say even the latter quarter is when
Mhm.
it became clear.
Yeah.
Where I thought Eagles were the best team last year.
Yeah.
The way they just dominated
I think
teams all over.
I think we figured that out pretty quick, like last
And
year.
the Chiefs, I think, went 15-2, but they never dominated teams throughout the whole season last year.
Yeah. It was a lot of catch up for the Chiefs.
For sure. Which there is merit to that being
Yeah.
part of a great team.
Mhm.
But I mean, we saw in the Super Bowl what happened. That wasn't by accident. That didn't just, oh no, they didn't prepare. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The Eagles were just clearly the best team.
Mhm.
And then they imploded themselves this year.
Yeah. Implode's understatement.
And that
They fell
offensive
apart.
coordinator, that was coaching malpractice to allow him to be the coordinator.
Yeah. I I don't know what they do, honestly. Um But yeah. Super Bowl predictions.
Was there anything you disagreed with on there?
Not really. I mean, maybe the Bears being number one. I think there's an argument for that with how talented that team was. If you wanted to look at it from that point of view, I think a lot of that, like we were talking about point of view, it just, if you're looking at talent, maybe the Bears had the upper hand on the Dolphins. If you went by how they dominated through the season, Dolphins did because they didn't lose.
Yeah. Cool.
But yeah, Super Bowl predictions.
What are we super brewing?
I don't know. Predictions. We're super brewing
Predictions.
Super Bowl
We're brewing
predictions.
some predictions. I like that.
Maybe that'll be the title. But I mean, I think the Seahawks win. I think most people agree too.
JSN will be the MVP.
I hope so. I mean, have you seen the odds on that? It's plus 550.
I know. I like it. I like the odds.
I put that on there.
Good odds.
I hope
good odds. Get that, because I think he has 10 or more catches.
Yeah. I mean, Christian Gonzalez is definitely, he's very talented. Don't get me wrong. But I mean, JSN is going to be such a hard receiver to stop. I mean, his movements are so unpredictable because I mean, his balance is just so great. He doesn't lean at all when he's about to cut. I think it was one of the commentators of the Rams Seahawks game. That dude does not give any hints on when he's going to cut. Yep. There's just no subtle things that most receivers do.
He is a great route runner.
Yeah. I think he might be one of the best in the league.
Oh, there's no doubt. Who is
the best?
5 receiver. Oh, is he top 5 receiver?
I think now I'd have to say he is.
Is he better than Justin Jefferson?
Not yet.
Is he better than Jamar Chase?
Not yet.
Is he better than Puka?
I think that's toss-up. I think they're very close. All right. I think Puka right now, JSN's only had one season.
My opinion is no, it's not. I think Puka is the best receiver in the game. I think Puka is better than the other two.
I think right now he is.
I think JSN is 4th, which is high praise.
Yeah. I think he's definitely top 5.
In terms of production, nobody beats him.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I don't think it's fair to hold Jettas
to what they
to that
have
same
been.
Yeah, because of what he's got.
Yeah.
He's still excellent, and he actually did more with what he had to work with than most receivers would. Who's number 5? We could talk about this more later, but I think this is a really good exercise to do.
Yeah, maybe this will be one of the off-season videos.
It will be.
It will be. All the positions.
I mean, yeah, it's fun. I think JSN wins the Super Bowl, or the MVP. Jesus, I think he wins the Super Bowl too. But I expect the Seahawks to win this handedly.
Yeah, me too.
I love the -4.5. If it still is at that, I haven't looked too terribly recently.
Yeah. I can see them covering the alternate too, which I think last I saw was 12.5.
I think the only position that the Patriots are better than the Seahawks are at is quarterback.
Yeah.
And I don't think it's all that close anywhere else. Maybe with Charbonnet out, maybe running back, the combination. And the Patriots have a good offensive line, but the Seahawks have a better one, I think. Same with defensive line. I like maybe running back.
With the sharp
I would give the edge to Walker because he doesn't fumble the way that the other two do.
Yeah.
Travion hasn't fumbled a ton. Actually, no. Stevenson hasn't lately.
No, he's fixed it.
This is the type of thing that might creep up with butterflies in the biggest game of your career. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, that's why I would still give the edge to Walker and Holani. Even though Holani's not nearly as good as Henderson.
Yeah.
But I think Walker is quite a bit better than Stevenson.
Yeah. Walker is great.
But I mean, it'll be exciting. I'm excited for the Super Bowl.
I think this will still be a great game.
I'm hesitant. I guess, how do you mean great game? Because I don't think it's going to be terribly close in score.
I think there's going to be a decent amount of scoring.
To watch.
Yeah, I think it'll be an exciting game. I think there will be a decent amount of scoring. Despite
I love the over.
Seattle despite Seattle having a great pass defense, I still think Drake May will be able to pick them apart like he was able to with the Texans. I mean, Diggs still shows that he is a great receiver.
Hunter Henry will have a touchdown at least.
Yeah, maybe.
Or Booty.
I like
Henry or
Kayshawn,
Booty. Yeah.
but
I mean, I think this is like a 35-21 or more.
I'm thinking around that range too. I'm
I'm going to say 38-21.
I'm going to say 42-35.
42-35, so 7 points.
Yeah.
So how about this? So I've got a 17-point differential. You have 7.
Yeah.
Whoever's closer to the differential. If I'm wrong, if you're closer, you can have the George Karlaftis signed helmet.
Okay.
You don't like that?
Well, what do you get?
The Moises Ballesteros, numbered to 25.
Yeah, we might be able to get that.
What do you think?
Sure.
We don't have to. If you don't want to do it, we don't have to.
No, we can. Drake May better not suck.
I don't think Drake will suck, but I do think he'll struggle at times.
He needs to not struggle then. He needs to keep it close.
It'll be fun.
Because I think that Moises might grade well.
Oh, really?
At least decent. I don't know. Maybe I'll send it in whenever I get those cards back. Whenever that will be. Probably next year. But yeah, I mean, hopefully it's a great game.
I think so. I think Walker, JSN, and Henry or Booty.
I like Booty more.
You like Booty more? Let's go to Booty. Walker, JSN, and Booty all anytime touchdowns. Walker first touchdown.
I like JSN first touchdown.
I wouldn't be mad at that. We can do both those bets.
Yeah.
Frankly.
Yeah.
For first touchdown, Walker is plus 350. JSN is plus 500.
I think I did it when I did it, it was like 550 or 6.
You've already done both of them?
I already only JSN.
Gotcha. Hunter Henry is plus 1,400 for first.
Maybe that might be a decent one. But yeah, oh man. Thank you guys for tuning in. If you guys enjoyed this episode, and are listening on any podcast platform, subscribe and leave a review. If you're listening or watching on YouTube, like, subscribe, leave a comment what you guys think, and hit that notification button to be notified whenever we post. Thank you.